morning everybody, and welcome back to Darvanalee Design Studio. For those that don't know, my name's Nicole and today is a Sunday and we're in the studio for most of today, so let's get started. Good morning or good evening everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for taking some time out of your day and spending it with me while I do a little bit of crafting. So today I'm planning on just pottering around, doing some stuff on the Birdsville Cushion, doing a few check-ins, showing what I've got done over the last couple of days and all that sort of stuff. But I do want to sort out a quilt. I do want to sort out some binding on a quilt. Probably get a few things in order for the week, but the main one is I want to get some more stitches done on that Birdsville Cushion, which we did a little bit of that yesterday. So I am looking forward to getting that all stitched down, so hopefully I can get that done this weekend. And of course it is the end of a rotation, so I am now stitching on something different, so I'm going to be showing you that. And I'm also going to do a check-in for the cross stitch and whatnot. If you remember, I said in the last video that I hadn't stitched on it, so I wanted to get about 3 hours in it. We're going to see how much progress I actually did make on that. So I think I ended up spending about 6.5 hours all up on the cross stitch last week, so that's not too bad. But I'm just going to be pottering around the house today and bringing you along for the journey, and also obviously pottering around in the studio. It is pretty early in the morning right now. I have been awake for quite some time. My neighbours decided it was a good idea to come home and turn the music on at 3:30 in the morning, which was absolutely fabulous. And I live in a pretty quiet part of town, so when it booms, it booms. So yeah, scared the bejesus out of me. I was bolt upright, what the hell's going on? And I was having such a good sleep and having a great dream as well. So it was just rude. But anyway, I've got a smile on my face and I'm just going to craft my way through the day. The good thing is they're asleep and it's pretty quiet right now. So I'm going to get on with the rest of the day, go and make myself a cuppa, shower, get ready, come out and just sink myself into a book. And I think I'm reading Tell Me Everything by Elizabeth Strout today. I'm pretty sure that's the next book on the Women's Price of Fiction that I've spun up. Because I spun up my weekend reads, and I think that that's the next one. So yes, I'm going to read that. I haven't read Elizabeth Strout before, so that's going to be interesting. Yeah, so this is my first time, and I know that Liz that watches the channel, Elizabeth Strout is her favourite author, so I'm casting my critical eye over at Liz and seeing if I enjoy it or not. I will let you know, obviously over on Dusty Book Sniffers when I do a review on it. All right, so I'm going to head off, go make myself a cuppa because I really need one, and I will check in during the day when I've been working on some stuff, and I'll see you all soon. Bye. Okay, so I said that I wanted to spend 3 hours on it. I ended up spending about 2.5 hours. Then the neighbours started up with the music again, so I moved out of the front room, but I got that all down and my border's in the right place because that's the last one. So that's this one is there. So I've just got to come out here a little bit and then I can come down. So I'm pretty happy with that. But this is getting put away now because we have the next in the rotation, which I'll show you in just a second. Yeah, so this is getting put away now and it'll come out again on Saturday, the 29th, because I've got a full craft day. And if you remember, I'm stitching on this anytime I have a craft day. So, because I sort of want to get as much stitches as I can into this. So I started this, for those that are new here and don't know when I started this on the 1st of January 2024, and I hardly touched it last year. So most of this has been done all this year. So I have now finished the first page and I'm starting on page 2. And I just come across here to make sure that my border is in the right place. And you can see that I haven't done all the legs of the thing, so this is complete except for the purple bit. The green on here is complete, the pink and the green is complete on here. So I still have a bit to do before I finish that border, but that's because this section here, this all here, apart from these 3, 4 actually. This whole corner took a little while, but these here go pretty quick, that goes pretty quick, this goes pretty quick. So once I get these more intense ones done, I will then basically, because these are, what are these, 4, 5, 10, 15 by 15, so, and they're full coverage, so whatever that works out to be, I think it's about 300 stitches, is it? Did I math that correct then? Oh my god, did I do that in my head? Yeah, so anyway, I think it's something around that mark. Anyway, so maybe 250. Anyway, I don't know. There's a lot in each of these ones. So all up for the week, I ended up getting just a little over 1,400 stitches in, I think it was, because I got 700 in the first part of the week, and then I did nearly 700 again. So it was over 700 that I did, or just under. So either way, it's just under 1,400 or it's just over 1,400, and it's only by a couple of stitches. So yeah, but I've got that done last night, and this is going to put away. So I'm filming this because I couldn't film last night, but I'm filming this first thing Sunday morning. And so I am about to pull out what I'm going to be working on next, but this one will go away until the 29th. It'll come out again, and then it'll come back out in its rotation. Okay, so Let It Snow has come out. These are the 2020. Let me just double check that because it is written on here. Let me just get one of the things out. Page 1. Oh, it's not on this, is it? Yes, 2020. So this is the Shannon Christine 2020 Christmas Ornament Club that I was a member of. So if you remember last time this came out, this is the second time it's had its run. This one was almost finished, so I got that one done, and I got this one done. So this was done on 28 count, and then I did this one on 18 count, I think it was 16 or 18 count, I can't remember, I don't have the information here, but I finished that one. So all the beading's done. This is the first time I'd used Cryonic, and the first time I'd done beading, and they've turned out really nicely, and I am using opalescent fabrics. And this one here is Let It Snow, and then down here it's got some backstitch everywhere else, and this is going off to my good friend Coda, because he does not like snow at all. And I thought it was quite funny because it's like Let It Snow, and then it has down here in little letters everywhere else. So I thought I would do this one and send that off to him. So I've got some beading to do in this one, I believe. I've got these on Pattern Keeper, so I can't tell you exactly what I've got to do, but I think I've got some beading to do, and I've just got to do the second part of the leg down here, and then that one's finished, and then I will be going on to another one. And I don't know what that's going to be yet. It'll just be the next one in line, and they're not in any order. So I'm hoping that this week I will get another one of these done. And yeah, so I just had it sitting there, sorry. So yeah, it's very cute. You can see the snowflakes a bit better now. I just had to darken it a little bit, but yeah, it's very cute. They're very quick. They're 50 by 50. Yeah, I really like them because lettering always goes quick, but that's what I'm going to be working on tonight. And so hopefully I will get this one finished tonight, if not tomorrow. So backstitching always takes me a bit longer, and the beading also takes me a bit longer as well, but I love it. I love the colors in it. I like that it's got that little snuggy bit at the end everywhere else. So yeah, so this one I started doing the Cryonic backstitch. You can see there I did that on the ornament there. So yeah, I think it'll go pretty quick. I'll have to double check and see exactly what I have, but that is my cross stitch update for the weekend. Of course it is early Sunday morning, and when I say early, it is 6:30 in the morning, because I have been awake since 3:30 this morning, when my neighbours came home from wherever they were and decided that it was a good time to play music. It ended pretty quickly, but I was wide awake because it startled me out of my sleep at 3:30 this morning, and I was having such a good sleep too. But anyway, they started playing music, so I have been doing a few things, and you will see the quilt that I've put together. I'm doing some more on the Birdsville pillow, and I'm also going to try and get some stitches in to Red Dragon. I wanted to get 1,000 in, but that was also under the impression that I was going to have a good night's sleep. So we'll see how many I get in for that. All right, let's go and do a little bit of a diamond painting update. All right, so I have been just plodding away at this, and I have now done 5 of these sections. So yes, I've got another 4 before I'm going to move along. So the plan is, as you can see, I've got my computer and everything out here because I was on Zoom on Friday night, and I just haven't moved it back. So the plan is I'm going to work my way across so that I can roll it up and work my way up. Does that make sense? So I'm going to do this 9, then I will roll this side up and move it along and get the next 9 out, do that, and then keep moving along until I get to the other side of the canvas, which I think it will be 3 lots of 9 across. And then that gives me that, and then I'll be able to roll this up, and that way I can start working my way up. And I'm just going to do that. So I'm just going to go across, then roll, and then come back to the beginning, and basically like how a typewriter works, right? That's what I'm going to do. And then eventually I'll have it all done. Now, yeah, I've got a fair bit done and all that sort of stuff. I worked on this on Zoom instead of cross-stitching on Friday night. And basically whenever I have had a lunch break last week, I worked on it. You know, that'll probably slow down a little bit. Like I'm not planning on working on this today because I've got other things that I'm working on. So there'll be days that I miss. But as I said, the area that I've got covered right now is 35 areas. So if I did 1 section a day, that would still be over a month. So this is going to be with us for a while. But the good thing is it does go pretty quick because you can see there's a lot of block colouring in this as well. So, and once we get up to that cat, let me just bring it, you can see here, like that is all colours like that. So I don't know if you can see that. There is like a brown in there. There's a black and a dark brown. There is just as many of those dark brown ones as there are blacks. So, but you can see there's a lot of block colouring there. That is going to make it go pretty quickly, and I am multi-placing it as well, but you can see that it goes together pretty well. There's a few places that I just tweak as I go and straighten up, but for the most part it's looking pretty awesome. And yeah, I'm making quick progress on this. It's actually gone quicker than I thought it was going to go. So yeah, it is what it is. The other big ones that I have is a Heaven and Earth design, but I've got to empty out all of my containers first because there's over 96 colours in that one. I have 2 of those. One is a cat one, which I think is Elisa Parker, and then there's another one by another artist, I can't remember which. It's called Secret Door. So it's like a tree that has a door in it and a woman in a beautiful flowing green dress. So I want to sort of try and get them done in the next couple of years as well because they're pretty big. But it's coming together nicely. You can see there the start of the book, which is the book that the cat is sitting on. So you can see that there. And that is it there. So yeah. And that is the little map. This here is the little map. So you can see that. That's it just there. You can see that line in it. And of course, the cherries are a lot brighter. Well, I don't know if they're cherries or not, or whether they're flowers. I can't really make out. I think they're actually berries. I think they're a berry. So they're a bit brighter than what they are on the artwork, but I don't care about that. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. So yeah, that is what I've got done since. So I think I checked in for this on Thursday. I did it as a live stream and I got this section done on the live stream and started this. So since Thursday, I've done all of that, finished this section off and done that. Okay, so that's what I've done. And as I said, I don't think I'm working on this today at all. It'll just depend to see how my day goes because as you heard earlier, my neighbours decided to wake me up. But the one thing I will show you, I found my organisation stuff. Now, I brought this organisation drawer stuff way before I got this table. So let me just put that there so it doesn't fall. Oh, sorry about the jiggling of the camera. Pull it right out, but you can see there I've got these. So this is where my spare ones are going for the big ones. This is basically all they're going to ever be used for. So these will be empty if I'm not working on a big one. And they go right up into the back. You see I've got some little ones up the back as well. And so I figured that I can put my little trays and stuff in there. I've got extra pens in here. I've got scissors. But these here are what I'm using to keep everything organised. So these are unopened ones. These are multiple. So these are the black and brown ones. And these are all the open ones. You can see there, I've just got one. I didn't bring my baggies in, so I've got to go get those. But I'm about to put down a whole heap of dark brown, so I didn't worry about that. But I'm the only person that touches it, so I figured it's fine. And I know what projects it's for if they fall out. So yeah, I'm slowly but surely getting organised. I think I found a cupboard to go here. And I'm actually now contemplating actually making my macrame curtain to separate the room. I'm still not sure about that because, the ones that I was looking at about 5 weeks ago, they are no longer available for free shipping, and the shipping has gone up to like $100. And I'm like, no, I can get free shipping on Quilting and make my own. So I may end up doing that. We'll just have to wait and see. But that is my update for my diamond painting. Okay, so I also today did this quilt. I cut it out the other day. When did I cut it out? Saturday? Friday afternoon, I think I cut it out, Friday night. So I just sewed all these together. These are just 18-inch squares. We had this we found the pink fabric in the fabrics that I was sorting out, and I had some of that fabric in there as well, so I did have to cut some off the bolts. And then these fat quarters were in amongst the fabric as well. So what I did is this green and yellow one, which matches this fabric really well, I put it in a diagonal from corner to corner, and then this pinky orangey fabric I've gone corner from corner, so there's a cross of that. And then I just put these two fabrics together and these two fabrics together in each corner. So this one is like a green four patch, and then this is like your pinky and orangey four patch. It looks a bit weird, but it doesn't at the same time. It actually goes really well with it, which is quite surprising. I think because the flowers look the same, and there is some of that pink in this one up here as well, so it doesn't look totally weird. But I'm thinking that I'm just going to do like quilting on this. So I've got one that is like triangles within triangles, so I think I'm going to do that. I really like the look of that, and it's quite intense. But this is just one I can chuck over my bed. I'm going through these sort of earthy yellowy tones in my room when I redo it, so it'll be one that I can, because it's got the white in it, I can put it in and brighten it up in summer and whatnot. So yeah, and I was going to put a border on it, but I decided against it. But I'm going to try and find some mustard colored fabric in a plain or something next time I go to the coast, and basically do that for the binding. So, and I'm going to use up a lot of my scrap wadding for this as well, so I'm going to just join it all up and use it up for that. And this is just stuff that I found in the scrap bin. So these fat quarters, there was 2 each of the fabrics, so I just used 18-inch squares. And then I had some fabric that wasn't there was enough to get 1 square out of it, so I cut some off the bolt, and then that was a yardage that I had. I think it was 1 meter that I cut out for out of it. So I've just got basically the only thing I don't have is the binding. I will just have to see if I've got a mustard. I think I do actually have a mustard in the plain, or maybe I might be able to. I think I'm just looking up there and I can see sort of a similar green that's in this. That might have a little bit of yellow in it, so I might end up using that. I'm going to try and use what I've got here before I buy anything. So yeah, so that is, and I'm going to basically use up all the scrap wadding that I said that I had. I'm going to try and use up a lot of that because it's quite a heavy quilting on it. So I can join some, I can just lay it down, and it'll just use up, and it'll be a perfectly serviceable quilt. And I actually really like it. I like the scrappiness of it. I like the colors. They're not normally my colors, but I actually like the colors, and my room's going to have some of these earth tones in it. So as I said, I can use it in spring and summer and brighten up the room, and then go for my deeper, richer ones in later on, like in winter and stuff like that. So yeah. All right, the other thing that I got done is this little quilt that I made the other week. I have put a binding on that, so now I've just got to hand sew that down. I think this is perfect. It was blocks that were floating around from the YouTube channel where I've just done a block of the month. They're in a quilt. I've done a stipple on it. I used a calico on the back because we're just turning this into a picnic blanket that's going to sit in my car. And I think it's perfect. It's enough for 2 people to sit on, or for myself to, chill out and read a book in the park, or whatever the case may be. And it's going to get used and abused basically. And I think it's turned out really well. So I'm happy with it. And yeah, I was quite surprised that, it's just made up of bits and pieces, but it seems to have all come together. So I'm pretty happy about that. So you can see there that that's the green that I used, which is a little bit paler than that, but there is some of the dark green in there, so that's what it is. I like a geometrical binding. I actually really like that. So I'm going to try and get that done. That should be, might do a little bit of stitching on that tonight, or but you will eventually see it finished. So yeah, it's been a pretty productive day. So I guess I should thank the neighbours for waking me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. I don't think so. The only thing I haven't done today is my stitching, and I haven't done anything on Red Dragon yet because my eyes are a little bit sandpapery, so I figured I might just have a bit of a nap, and so you might see that in the next video, not today. We'll see how we go, because I wanted to get 1,000 stitches in it, and that is a lot, but I was hoping that I would have had a decent night's sleep. So yeah. So, a quilt and a binding done today. I'm pretty happy with myself. Alright, I'm going to head off and go and have some lunch because I'm pretty hungry. And, yeah, I will check in when I've got some more done. Alright, so as you can see, I have got a lot more done. All of the top is stitched down. I've just got this to stitch down now. And you can see just faintly I've drawn the line where the bottom garden's going to go. And I've stopped at about a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch away from the side. Because I'm turning this into a wall hanging, I can go a little bit closer. I do have this space here, and I'm thinking that I might put a little bit of a smaller flower in there, but I'll just wait to see. And now that I've got it all laid out, I can see that I can put some more leaves up here to fill it in a bit. And there's probably some more over here, just because this looks really good and it's really full. Whereas this side looks a little bit sparse, so I'm going to even that out a little bit and probably bring some, maybe put, so I think I've got some brown still left there. I may end up just bringing, because this is the bottom garden here and it only comes up to here, so I'm thinking that I might end up putting a little bit of brown and putting another one of these bigger ones over, because there's only one over here, so I'm thinking that it might need one coming out here or one here. So I'm still playing around with it because it looks unbalanced at the moment. Like when I look at the picture, it doesn't look as unbalanced, so I'm going to wait until I've got this bottom garden done. So you can see here that's got to go in there, and we've got some garden coming in here and here, so this is going to end up looking really full. And I've only put like maybe 1 or 2 extra, like where it was really sparse, where it looked like this, like there was nothing there. So I figured that because I've changed up how I'm going to do this, and I've still got those colour fabrics left, I can just add some more leaves in there and fill it out a little bit on that. And I just feel like, you know, you've got 4 birds over here, but you've only got 1 over here. I don't think I want to put any more birds. I maybe could probably do a smaller one of this, reverse it around and put it there, but it definitely needs something down here. Like, wouldn't you agree? Like, I feel like, but as I said, I'm going to wait until the garden's in and see what I need. Maybe 1 or 2 more flowers, definitely a couple more leaves in there, and possibly, as I said, just doing the reverse of this bird here and put that in there and making it a little bit smaller, or even this one here, because they all seem to face the same way. So if I reverse it, yeah, like I just did it how the pattern was, so I'm thinking that I might be able to do that, either that blue one there or that orange one up there, and reverse it so it's flying in. I don't think I can get anything anywhere else, but I definitely can put in, you know, some more leaves and maybe another 1 or 2 of these flowers and get that tree to just to balance a little bit. And I've just followed the picture. So yeah, so, and the bottom only has 6 flowers on it that I can see, 2, 4, 6, yep, and I've got them down there, which look fine. And there is also a little garden here too, like a little bit of stitching and stuff near the flower just above it, but I've just put it over towards the side because I'm just filling it in a little bit. I do have a feeling like that the cushion that I have is a lot bigger than what this one is, but you know, it's all in perspective, I guess. But it's looking really good. I'm really happy with it. I think it's going to look absolutely stunning on the wall. Yeah, I think I'll just play around with it and get it full and balance it and all that sort of stuff as I go. So yeah, I'll be able to get, I'm pretty sure I've got some scrap brown in the container. I'm not too sure, but I'm sure I can find some brown somewhere, and yeah, and just put that together and see how I go. So yeah, I could probably put a few more little flowers along this side here, maybe. That might help balance it out, but I'll wait. I'll just get everything down as per the pattern, and then yeah, and then we'll go. So we're almost ready to do all the embroidery and whatnot. So I've just got everything is sewn down up here. I've just got this section down here to sew down, but I've been working on it for 4 hours now, believe it or not. And it's taken me quite a while. I've actually listened to an entire book while listening to it, while I'm doing it. So it wasn't a very long book, but still. It was another one off the Women's Prize for Fiction, but I'm really liking it. I think it looks absolutely fabulous. And I'm going to put it down now. I'm going to have some lunch because it's nearly lunchtime and I'm feeling a bit peckish. And yeah, so I've had a pretty productive day today. I've got a few more things that I want to get done. But yeah, I may end up coming back to this. So I'm just going to leave it out and I'll see how I go on that. But let me know what you think in the bot. I think it needs something, like it needs a couple of these flowers maybe, because this is quite full over here with the peacock in there. So I don't know, maybe, no, I definitely think I could put a bird up here. I could do maybe, I could probably do a red bird, maybe, no, because there's a red one there. Maybe another dark one and bring it up here and that. So yeah, I could do a purple bird, I guess. It doesn't really matter, does it? But yeah, I'm really loving it. It's almost there to the point that we're going to be doing the embroidery. Okay, so it is a little bit later in the day. I'm about to start setting up for my cross stitch so I can stitch tonight. I haven't stitched on Red Dragon yet. I had a bit of a nap and I've just been getting stuck into the housework, and then I didn't realise it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon already. So yeah, so I'm probably just going to set up for my cross stitch, maybe do a little bit more on this, and I'm going to make time in my diary for stitching on Red Dragon this week every day. So I'm going to do that at lunchtimes so I can get some more stitches into that. But yes, it has been another whirlwind. Time just gets away from you in the crafting room. But I'm going to close out this vlog. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon beside it to all notifications, and then that way you're not going to miss out on any future uploads. And of course, while you're there, give it a thumbs up as well, because that helps my channel grow. And leave me a comment down below and let me know what you worked on during this vlog today. I feel like I've had a very productive weekend, so I'm going to bid you farewell. And of course, I will hope that you get lots of crafting in today as well. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.